The area is essentially unchanged over hundreds of years.
Go faster. You're good. You're good. Oh my gosh. No wonder why no one comes down here. Oh, there it is. Where? To the right. Oh my gosh. This is very cool. Erected by the DAR in 1936.
Wow, that's cool.
Well, supposedly they marked the graves, the actual graves, with 5 stones, 5 triangular stones. I was curious to see if we'd see anything like that, but obviously with all the growth you wouldn't be able to see it. I'm sure they've been moved by now or they're covered up.
Well, if this is where the massacre happened, it doesn't necessarily mean that's where the people are buried at. It very well could be that this was their home instead of their cemetery.
Pam questions Mary about the Lively family, and especially how Jane Lively, at 8 years old, survived the massacre.
How would she have survived out here by herself?
She didn't survive it. She wasn't here. She was really, really lucky in that at the time she was about 8 years old. A family was passing through.
Mary relays a heart-wrenching saga of life on the frontier. According to the legend, the Caudle family is passing through the territory. They have just lost a child. Perhaps it's out of Mary Lively's sympathy for the grieving family, or just a premonition. No one knows for sure. But John and Mary give their little girl Jane to the Caudles. And so, on this remote site, 2 families come together and share a moment of profound impact. One has just lost a child, another is about to give one up, never to see her again.
At that time, but she went with them nonetheless, and she wasn't here at the time, so very lucky for us.
Yes, of which I wouldn't be here without her.
That's exactly right.
But the others are not so fortunate. Just days later, David Huggins, the hired hand, and young William Lively are out gathering livestock. Little Deer and his band of Kickapoo Indians close in on the Lively homestead. They move with stealth. John Lively is a good shot, but he is alone with his wife and 3 of his children. Young William and David Huggins are stopped mid-step by the screams of the family. Helpless to intercede, they watch, horrified. The victims stand no chance.
What they recorded for us and posterity was a lot of atrocities. Scalping was very typical. One of the family members was scalped. One of the other family members was beheaded. What's less typical of the time, all this, the violence that was used at that time was part of the anger of the Native Americans at these families encroaching on their homeland, their resources, and also geared towards scaring the rest of the settlers.
The Lively Massacre, the accounts of it are pretty gruesome. And things like that did happen during the War of 1812, but they happen on both sides. The Illinois Rangers also did things like that to the Indians. So you don't know if the Kickapoo who attacked, if their band has been attacked by the Illinois Rangers and something bad has been done to them and this is retaliation, or you don't know if the man who's leading that party, Little Deer, is particularly vicious.
Mary believes we are on or near the actual site of the massacre. And with much of the ground exposed, she suggests we look for artifacts.